What's going on YouTube? Today we'll be reacting to the school. Oh, good God, that's the name. Files just dropped. Without further ado, got nothing to say. I don't know what it is, but I just found on my For You page because I say this guy's a video I watched one of his, so I might as well react to it because I need videos for Tuesday and Wednesday for y'all. So let's get it.
May find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is. Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Massive day for the unemployed. The SchrodingerLee files just dropped. Dog, we got 48-page document. Don't know who SchrodingerLee is? Well, basically he's Valorant's pretty much #1 subscribed YouTube channel who makes content like this.
Yeah, if you win this, literally do anything you want to at TwitchCon.
But why?
And this.
So he's a Moist Critical copycat. Or not, that's a Moist Critical. Corpse Husband copycat.
Okay, does chin chin size matter?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Absolute cinema. But anyway, we got long-ass message chains. The girl contacting the police. Insane Reddit videos. And of course, these are allegations. Innocent until proven guilty. Alright, without further ado, let's just jump into this. I would like to preface by saying that I've exhausted every option to resolve this matter in private. I have contacted the police, consulted friends and family. I have taken every step to resolve this matter in private before choosing to talk publicly. He has done terrible things to me throughout our 2-year relationship that I had kept private until recently, and I have come to the difficult decision to share this document to address the misinformation. As you know, a clip of SchrodingerLee surfaced on livestream fails on October 30th, 2025. In this clip, he talks about how he had cheated on me and photographed me in bed without consent. Man.
Last year now, I cheated on Ari, and it hurt her a lot. But luckily, she gave me a second chance to keep things going, you know? And it, you know, we rebuilt some trust, and nowhere near as bad as to what I've done like last week. Yeah, last week I actually did something like actually criminal, like unironically, like actually criminal. And I feel like
I've seen enough. Lock him up. Send the FBI.
FBI, open up! Bro, what? He just admitted to it. Case closed?
this is gonna be very hard for me to say, because like it's a huge career suicide. I know it's just a huge career suicide. Obviously, whilst we were together, I did something actually criminally like really bad.
He lowered his mic's bass and reverb.
Whilst we were like in bed with each other, I took like photos of us, you know, not of us, of her, sorry. And that's something that she was very, very like adamantly not okay with.
Why are you admitting this?
And that is just, it's actually criminally up for me to do, because it wasn't like with her consent or anything, you know.
Actually, I don't think we do know.
It was probably gonna come out either way, whether from her,
yeah, we don't know,
or someone else. But we decided that it's probably best for me to come out with things.
I mean, this stuff ain't looking too hot, and it's hard to give this guy any plausible deniability when he outright said he did something criminal and basically admitted to it.
Last week, I actually did something like actually criminal.
Oh, and trust me, this is just the tip of the iceberg. You're not even ready. On October 25th, 2025, I caught my boyfriend at the time, SchrodingerLee, filming me during sex without consent. Not once, not twice, but on 3 separate occasions. We have been dating since April 18th, 2024, and within that time, it was established that I will never consent to sending nudes and filming during intimate acts. First the worst, second the best, third the golden treasure chest. Clip unrelated, but if she explicitly said she wasn't okay with filming, then him doing that is very up. This was something Lee would joke about and ask many times, and I immediately shut down the conversation by saying, "Don't even joke about that. I don't ever want to be filmed, and I will never send." Again, clip unrelated, and that's fine. Some girls just don't want to do that. And again, it's worse because she told him she didn't want this recorded. We laid in bed together to watch the League of Legends World Championships until he initiated intimacy and I reciprocated. I never thought I'd see the day where I'd hear League of Legends and in the same sentence.
Right?
On his Samsung Galaxy S10e, I saw a 10-second video of me on top of him with my lower body fully exposed that was just taken a few minutes prior. I panicked and deleted the video because I was scared and embarrassed, but when I realized there had been 2 more videos that were filmed without my knowledge in the past, circled in red, I grabbed my phone to take a photo of the evidence. The audacity to film something like this, especially with a Samsung Galaxy.
Why y'all keep on saying the iPhone better than Android? It's just that.
Alright, bro. Alright, bro. You know what? Fuck you. I know in the last video you said you don't like when streamers play their soundboard. You know what? Just for that. Why is this the last part?
Coping so hard. Coping and seething.
I apologize for your guys' ears, bro. Just me editing this video, I'm going to go true. It's going to go normal, and then it's going to spike to craziness. I'm like, what happened there? And it's just going off. I'm going to go, ah!
That's good.
And I know some third worlders upset right now. India #1! When he asked me what I wanted, I asked him if he could compensate me. He was confused. I explained that our plans to move in together were no longer possible and asked if he could be able to help me financially by sending me the amount of rent he would have paid in the period we were meant to live together. I don't know their financial arrangements or anything like that, but asking for money seems a little strange. For context, I pay $730 a fortnight for my current place. I didn't want my future to be affected by what happened that day. Lee said he would compensate me 18,000 Australian dollars, as this was the budget that he calculated for himself when we looked for apartments together. Does this not kind of feel like hush money? Also, I hope you don't mind, I'm using fluorescence montage here. 12,000 American dollars is a lot of money, man. On the 26th, I contacted the police as I was experiencing immense anxiety over the possibility that Lee had more videos of me that I wasn't aware of. The first thing I did was contact the police, my close friend Jono and Fishy Chair, who knew about my relationship with Lee. I did not speak a word about this to anyone else. I'm a pretty trolly guy, but this isn't really a laughing matter. I'm very sorry for the girl and what she's going through. Empathy. Yeah. I reached out to Lee to send him my bank information so he could transfer 12 bands as we agreed, and we spoke a little about how hard the situation was for both of us. And you could pause the video and read it yourself, but nothing crazy was stated. Anyway, Lee then had this long message he put out, which
I'm definitely not reading all of that.
Summarized in 3 sentences. The sender says they wanted to talk before sending money and apologizes for a misunderstanding about waiting, explaining they were trying to respect the other person's need for time. They acknowledge hearing that their actions have caused significant hurt, so a bunch of cope. He then asked if I would like him to announce,
"You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard, coping and seething."
Why did I do that? That was funny.
This is wrongdoings and quit content creation for me. Would you like me to announce what I've done and quit content creation for you? Hi. Is it alright if I just type? Is it okay if I talk now? Yes. Yes to this? I think it's better for both of us if you typed instead. TLDR, Lee wished the best for me, and Lee sent me this money willingly in hopes of me doing well. He then said he would send the remaining 6,000 as he believes it was the right thing to do. Dude, the guilt must have been eating him alive, because any other person would just use that 12 grand to buy a lawyer and stay silent, but you know, he gave that money away. It's not like she asked for it. She wasn't asking for any like blackmail exploit money. I mean, W for the girl though, you know, she exposed everything anyway, and she got 12 grand. This is my response to Lee asking if I wanted him to announce his wrongdoings and quit content creation for me. Sorry, it's such a long message. If you can't zoom in to read, here's the link. What? Anyway, boys, here it is.
not
Fan
reading all
favorite.
that.
We put it in Fortnite terms. I tried to disengage and rotate out, but the storm damage stacked to my main income loadout was already tied to this POI, and you kept third-partying me every zone. At this point, the match is scuffed, trust got vaulted, trauma is a permanent debuff, and the only options left are patch notes to the lobby, or I alt F4 the relationship.
Hey, it's kind of funny. We might have to watch him more.
Whoa. Lee started to accuse my friend Fishy Chair of making an elaborate plan to put him in jail after he learned about my situation when I contacted him. Apparently the girl was blindsided by this and didn't know that Lee was going to make that video we saw earlier on Reddit. At this moment, I'm under the impression that he would not go into detail about what happened between us, but on his stream he stated that he had done something criminal, that he had photographed me in bed without consent and emotionally cheated on me. Basically bro self-reported Among Us style. I don't know how, but Lee talked about this live on stream, ended up deleting the VOD, but Ari, the victim girl in this case, has all of the freaking receipts of the VOD downloaded. We got timestamps and highlighting. Like, you could tell she's getting her master's degree.
In the first place, like I was, like Ari told me to not say any specifics, in order to like save my image and stuff. But I felt as if like it wouldn't be right. During our relationship, it was like heavily discussed that I shouldn't like reconnect with my ex at any point. And last year there was just a couple of events where like obviously it was like really hard for me to avoid my ex in this environment because like they were there as well.
In this live stream, I revealed that I asked Lee for money and had been compensated for his actions. I stated that I had forgiven him and believed the situation was equally my fault and that he did not deserve the criticism he was receiving. I claimed in this stream that I had asked Lee to come forward with his wrongdoings in hopes of minimizing the situation. I had essentially lied to my audience in hopes of diverting negative attention away from him. I'm not even blaming her, but like taking the money wasn't exactly the smart move. And again, this would be really easy to write off as a he said, she said situation, but bro kind of admitted it.
Yeah,
Last week
he
I actually
admitted
did
it.
something like actually criminal, like unironically like actually criminal, and I feel like
Cheating at TwitchCon, let's go! Since the start of my relationship with Lee, he would always mention how both of his recent exes had cheated on him. He went into detail about how it happened, why he felt disrespected, and how he was financially abused by them. I had no reason to doubt him as he was my boyfriend at the time, and I had just believed he was extremely unlucky to have been cheated on both times. Anyway, Schrodinger kept interacting with his ex Mira, and it goes on and on and on a bit until on the 18th of May 2025, almost a year later, I was put into a group call with Fishy Chair and Kami. This was the day I found out the truth about what really happened at TwitchCon 2024 and the lies Lee spread about other people. Sometime in 2024, Lee announced in Fishy Chair's house that his ex Mira had cheated on him with Kami. This later proved to be completely false. Well, of course it's false. Kami's a virgin. I'm joking, Kami, crazy stray. He also
That's
claimed
crazy.
his ex-girlfriend before Mira cheated on him too.
Damn dirty.
Fishy Chair, Lavidare, and Perk Gripper 223 can confirm that this conversation occurred. Okay, Perk Gripper 223 is crazy word. Kami straight up Marshall to Immortal his bitch away. In this group call, Fishy Chair asked Kami if what Lee said was true, and Kami was in utter disbelief that a person he thought was his friend had spread such a lie. Fishy Chair then added me to the call and asked me to vouch for what Fishy Chair had told him. I used this opportunity to ask about TwitchCon as I knew Lee was hanging out with Kami during the trip. Kami added Mira to the call and she explained the story Lee told me was completely fabricated and that he made several attempts to approach her. He had lied to me for 8 months straight, claiming that nothing happened. After learning Lee had emotionally cheated on me, I confronted him on my house on the 19th of May and he started crying while admitting to everything mentioned above. So he didn't like physically cheat, he like Mickey Mouse cheated, I guess. On the 1st of November, a day after Lee reacted to the LSF post, Lee called me
Huh? Miskiff? What the fuck is he doing here?
stressed. He was upset about the amount of DMs he had received regarding the situation the past few days. He told me his favorite video editor no longer wanted to work with him due to his recent controversy. Lee explained that his editor was the reason for his YouTube success and that he felt hopeless after losing him. He began to cry about how he had lost at his career and there's nothing he could do about it. Even though I stayed in the call to comfort him, he started to accuse me of... ruining his career and that the situation didn't have to turn out like this. I was confused because we agreed not to publicize it, yet he did, so to show that he was taking accountability. He wished to distance himself from me and cut off all of his friends, and I begged him not to isolate himself out of worry for him. He left the call to cool down and play Arc Raiders, promising to message me when he felt better. This was me spamming cat images in an attempt to make him feel better. Are they still dating? I'm so confused. I told him that if I wanted to ruin his career, a Google Doc would already exist. I also vividly remember asking him to remove the girlfriend content featuring me on his YouTube because it was public knowledge that he a**ed me and I was uncomfortable with people asking about us. So then apparently he blocks her and she tries to call him 30 times because I knew it wasn't a good time to cut contact, knowing that he's harbored a lot of resentment towards me over a misunderstanding. Bear with me, gentlemen. I started slowly finding out he went as far as to block me on Twitch and had a hard time processing the situation.
Whoa.
I started crying because I got overwhelmed and didn't know how to cancel my 20-month subscription. Yeah, I think he went far when he recorded you without consent. Who the f cares about Twitch? Not to be mean, but this girl is objectively dumb as hell. She's taken money from him, lying to make him look better, and then she's upset about a Twitch sub. Okay. Now that we're on the topic of Twitch, Lee's fixation on controlling his perception to others extended as far as faking his online success. SchrodingerLee was exposed for view-botting 3 times the amount of real viewership for as long as 12 months. As soon as Lee starts his live stream, within 5 minutes, he would reach his average CCV of 900. SchrodingerLee, 800 view-only bots confirmed for multiple streams. Here, the view bots refresh and his viewership drops by 800. Within 10 minutes, they return. Note that in every stream, Lee's net followers per stream is always negative. This is just one of many examples. She went for the kill shot. Now she's saying he has no motion. Yeah, so then apparently Lee says that he was in danger because somebody was planning an arson attack because of this whole Ari situation.
It out with this one particular person that like knows about this entire situation that's going on, and that they're taking Ari's side very heavily, which I completely understand. But they're doing things that are completely wrong, such as, you know, getting my potential family into things with like, you know, trying to like set up an arson attack on my place. So I'm getting the police involved.
But apparently later he was giving a completely different story, and Arya messaged Schrodinger's brother, and even his brother believed nothing happened, and you know, like nothing was going on with this. His ex-roommates apparently were saying that he was capping about being swatted as well. So apparently I jumped the gun, and Lee did in fact cheat on me both physically and emotionally at TwitchCon 2024. To clarify, this is not Mira. A different girl reached out to me to let me know that physical cheating did occur. Since Valorant people are stunted, does this mean he f***ed another person or that he held their hand? Like, what are we talking about here? TLDR. Schrodinger filmed me during sex without consent multiple times and got caught. He then publicized his wrongdoing despite being advised against it in an attempt to take accountability. He later realized the repercussions were much worse than he expected and started shifting the narrative. He started fabricating stories about being in danger to divert attention away from his wrongdoings. The narrative changed every time he spoke, and when people started spotting the inconsistencies in his story, he received more criticism. In a last-ditch attempt to save himself, he accused me of blackmailing him. Yeah, kind of weird. He claims that I threatened to put him in jail if he didn't pay me $20,000. Okay, a lot of this stuff I genuinely can't be bothered to cover, so like read through it yourself. But here's a voice recording that I'll play for you. Ooh.
Don't worry. It's not your fault.
But I don't understand. If this never happened, then our relationship was fine, and you still had this feel anxiety that...
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't listen to it either. I'm like physically in pain. Yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys think of the situation, and that's about it. See ya.
Hey, if true, he gotta go. But if true, he did kind of self-snitch though. So we'll see, but let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. But I hope y'all enjoyed that video, and I will see y'all later. Peace.